Hey y'all, thanks for joining us for the Season 2 premiere of Up Late App State. I'm Taylor Ann, and this is the Boontown Rundown. With everything that's been happening in the world lately, I know that this semester can seem a little bit overbearing. With all new syllabi, classmates, executive orders that are questionable at best. We here at Up Late App State are going to try to get your mind off of that by making fun of it for the next 10 minutes. The real issue at hand is schoolwork. I know that things can be tough, but the next time one of your professors says that your paperwork was full of falsehoods, remember, you didn't get a bad grade because you were at Porto's dancing to Bad and Bougie and not studying. You just studied alternative facts.
You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts? Alternative facts.
See, Professor, I knew about the War of 1812. I just didn't get the information from the McGraw-Hill textbook. I got them from press secretary and ice cream fanatic Sean Spicer. And while we're talking about him, can I get some Dippin' Dots? Thank you. Now, where was I? Wait, is this vanilla? I wanted cookies and cream. What? They're out of cookies and cream? This is not the ice cream of the future. You know what? You're right, Sean. Ice cream of the future? More like ice cream of the never. I'll go to King Street Creamery and get real ice cream that you have to scoop, not dots that stick to your tongue. Now back to school. I know that all the new classes can be a little overwhelming, but sometimes when you just aren't feeling it, take a nod from your favorite Democratic senators and just don't show up. If things get too stressful this semester, don't sweat it too much. Just remember that we're gonna all die one day. Probably sooner than later now that President Trump has orchestrated a ban on the EPA's social media, and since that is the only outlet where we get our news, the revolution will not be televised. It will be tweeted or retweeted, unless you're on private, but then really no one cares what you have to say about anyways. So save that perspiration for when the ice caps melt. On the other side of the classroom, Bernie Sanders debated Ted Cruz on the state of the Affordable Care Act. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is writing a book about how she lost the election. We think the book might go a little something like this.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go.
Whoa, stop right there.
But I'm trying to figure out.
No, God, please, no!
How we get them to have.
You don't have to do this.
Pokemon go to the polls.
I guess you could literally say she wrote the book on how to not do things. Do you think she sends the rough draft over email, or has she learned her lesson and started using hard copies? I know it could be tedious to print out 33,000 copies, and we all know Bill isn't going to help. He's too busy looking at Ivanka Trump.
Oh, no, he didn't.
The way professors look at you when you look up from your test and you make eye contact and they think you're cheating, but you aren't cheating, so now you just have to look up and look at a clock because you know what I'm saying. In his defense, though, Ivanka is one of the few people who would be wearing a t-shirt that reads, "Who cares where my eyes are?" Miracles really do happen. It seems with Trump's new executive order banning immigration, the American public has now decided that sitting in an airport is, for once, a good use of time. And they aren't even waiting for planes. Just goes to show you this immigration ban is really a punch in the face.
It's Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
Guys, we here at Up Late App State are not, I repeat not, trying to sway you in any way politically or otherwise. We're a comedy show. We deal with serious and big topics by making them not serious and small topics. All of this was just done in a strictly comic or farcical sense. Well, except the Sean Spicer part. He really needs to settle his differences with Dippin' Dots before it's too late. We're all Americans, and we all just need to keep it together and make the best of everything we can. With that said, let's check and see what's happening. We've been on Appalachian State's campus asking students their opinion on today's hot topics. How do you feel knowing that Bernie Sanders' campaign was sponsored by Depends adult diapers?
I feel good about it. I'm just, diapers are an important thing for the American public. Bernie Sanders really cares about people making sure that they feel comfortable in their own skin, and diapers are great.
I mean, he's old, so, it makes sense to me, I guess.
Depends adult diapers. I kind of expect that because he's old.
I've never heard that before, but you get your funding where you get it from.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, people need diapers, right?
What are your thoughts on Mike Pence's recently proposed Tupperware legislation?
I don't personally have a problem with it. I think Tupperware, everyone should use Tupperware, but Mike Pence should really reconsider what he sponsors.
I'm not aware of it. I think he's kind of a but
I don't know what that is, so I don't have any thoughts on it.
I don't really know much about it, but seeing as he is king of the lizard people.
Okay. Do you prefer Donald or Trump?
Donald.
Definitely Donald, because I think Donald Duncan. When I think Trump, I think President Trump. That's a bummer.
Donald or Trump?
Neither.
Neither.
What is your opinion on Donald Trump's new rapper name, DJ Prez?
Who gave him that name? No, not gonna work.
I think it's pretty tight. I mean, I think it could be a little bit better. Maybe like DJ Trump or like Trump. I don't know. DJ Trump is kind of cool though. I get, or DJ Prez. I don't know. Could use some art.
I think that's a good sound for him. Absolutely.
What do you think of Trump's new rapper name, DJ Prez?
Interesting.
Are Dippin' Dots the ice cream of the future?
Yes, 100%. I've been saying it since I was born. Dippin' Dots, 100% endorsement.
Are Dippin' Dots the ice cream of the future?
Yes.
No, Dippin' Dots are
They are, and especially when you get the little MLB helmet, like a Braves game, you get the little Braves helmet, and then you get Dippin' Dots in there. They are the ice cream of the future.
No, they're the ice cream of the past, and I don't know if you even really want to call it that.
Sploosh?
Sploosh.
Sploosh?
No.
Oh yeah. Sploosh.
Like the peaches?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Holes? You know the movie Holes, like with the peaches? That's what Sploosh is. Keep going.
And that's it.
Okay, well, I'm really glad I was able to help.
Well, y'all, I'm Taylor Ann, and that is all for this week from here at Uplate App State. Follow us on Facebook.com/Uplate App State and tune in next week. Thanks for staying Uplate App State.